Howdy folks, Laxo here. And today we are going to get into a little bit of World Championship here. Same thing as usual, always get into a little bit of World Championship during this time. So let's go ahead and hop into it here. This was a little comparison video I wanted to make here. So first thing we need to look at is two different play styles here. We have one play style that is a min-max per character base, moving from character maxing to character maxing to character maxing. And the other play style we're going to be looking at is the play style of trying to put a little bit in each character to make them good enough. There are drawbacks from each play style, but we'll go ahead and talk about that as we're going into the battle. So let's go ahead and hop into it here. Battle is right here. So this guy is a guy on my server, and he has a very different play style than me. His play style is very much so he wants to go from character to character, 7-star each character, and then move on. I have the point of view of wanting to 5-star each character, moving on to the next character, etc. Unless the character just works so much better as a 6-star than a 5-star, then I do that. Of course, depending upon character, etc. But so once again, his playstyle is leave characters at 2-star, 3-star, whatever, even 4-star, and then move on to a character, 7-star that character, move on to a new character, etc. But yes, let's go ahead and take a look at this battle. We'll do a quick little team and character analysis after, but as you can see, this is my team here. I have Sogyo right here in the back row, of course, and then I have Ashisoga Jizo. He is my newest character, got him to 6-star the other day. And I'm actually running him as a tank. I think he has like 70%, 75% damage reduction or something like that. Like, his damage reduction is actually really, really high. So yeah, I'm running Ashisoga Jizo as a tank. A backline tank DPS, and as you can see, this team is a very tanky team. As you can see, I have Byakuya, 5-star. He is providing massive damage reduction for the entire team. Let's see here. I have Lilith. As long as Lilith stays alive, actually, I'm getting extra damage reduction for the entire team, or Aizen, of course, because, you know, Aizen's passive. Kukaku she's very, very good because she has shields. As you can see, like, she hasn't fallen below max HP, and yet she keeps getting attacked over and over and over because she's just an insane tank. And then I have Aizen for rage reduction, of course. And then, of course, I have rage recovery here. As you can see, whenever she rages, she has like a 50% chance of becoming disoriented, but she gives 300 rage to, I think it is the character with the highest attack, which is Ashisoga Jizo in this case. So she gives rage to Ashisoga Jizo, and then he can, or it, I guess, I don't know, yeah, I guess it's a male, he, just gives big DPS as well as, big tank to the entire team. And if you look at my back row, I have 3 tanks in the back row here. I have, once again, so I can run Sogyo as a tank. I am running him as a tank, or them. And then I have Ashisoga Jizo, which obviously is a tank. And then Shinji is a tank as well. He provides damage reduction to the back row, and so that team is extraordinarily tanky. This team, moving on to team 2 here, I have pretty much my normal bleed team. I have, let's see here. So, actually, funny thing, Ulquiorra, I only have a 2-star at the moment. I've been wanting to get him to 4-star, so I'm going to be getting him to 4-star soon. I actually almost have his weapon. I'm going to be getting his weapon when the next soul box, probably here in the next couple weeks, I'll be getting his weapon. I think I'm only missing like 5 or 10 shards for his weapon. And then Nemu, of course, you know, she provides the reses. And then, of course, dots everywhere else. These 3 just work so well with dots. Of course, Ulquiorra is double damage with the dots, essentially. And then Nell procs dots and provides more dots for bleed. And then, of course, I have dots here as well with Soifon. Just insane bleeding and dots. And then, of course, Kisuke, he is going to give a shield. As you can see, I haven't really taken too much damage on my team, and this is round 2 because everybody has a shield. And look at Kisuke. He still hasn't been touched. He still hasn't been touched. And yes, that was an Aizen rage. Still has taken 0 damage. So, once again, pretty good DPS here. Ulquiorra, base Ulquiorra, provides some damage reduction as well. So if you don't know his rage attack, it gives damage reduction. So damage reduction there. And then big DPS for these 2. This is only a 4-star. That was only a 4-star. So not too much damage reduction there. I'm sorry, not too much damage there, but Soifon, of course, picks it up. Alright, next up, we have my anti-heal team. I love this team. This is probably my favorite team comp right here of any team comp I've ever made. This is definitely my favorite team comp. I have the, or at least I think I have the BT Soul Hall. Let's see. Yes, I do. Cool. So I have the BT Soul Hall right here. So whenever I take damage, I recover a percentage of my health, missing health. And then I have anti-heal right here with Byakuya, anti-heal here, and then anti-heal here as well. So, let's see, they have Orihime as healer, actually. Shoot, look at that. So they're going to be getting 0 heals regardless of the fact. And every time I attack them, they're going to be taking extra damage on top of that. And then, of course, another character that would have worked really, really well with this team is if I were to put Nini in this team, because she gives crit. And of course, Kira works really, really well with other characters critting. So, pretty classic team. I like it quite a bit. I have a little bit of CC in here, a little bit of CC, not much. But yeah, as you can see, it's good enough. That's what I'm getting at. So, what I could do is I could put on the rage reduction soul hall, and yeah. Get Hyoden Maru to not just CC an enemy team, but rage reduction as well. So, very, very well there. Third team here. I have, let's see, what is this team comp? This team comp is, actually this team comp had a bunch of extra characters. It really wasn't a team comp I had thought about. Yeah, it was just extra characters I had from other teams. I could actually dismantle this team and put it back together for a better flow. But pretty much what I'm going for is I get rage right here from Muramasa. As you can see, get rage there because Rebellion procced. And then when they attack me, I'll get even more rage from Rebellion proccing. And then Muramasa can just become, you know, raging pretty much every round. He's going to get more rage here. Boom. He's going to get more rage here. Boom. And now he can rage again. Yay. But one thing it's highly dependent on is not killing the enemy team. And one thing you want to do is you want to kill the enemy team. So, it is what it is. A little bit of rage reduction right there. So, not bad. Team did pretty well. Unfortunately, if Unohana didn't get CC'd, I probably would have won this battle, let's be honest. But it is what it is. Can't win them all. Sometimes bad luck's on your side. And yeah, not a terrible team. Not a great team. One thing I've been struggling with quite a bit is to put Yoruichi on a team. I can't figure out a good team to put her on. I understand a lot of people like to put Yoruichi on a team with Sogyo no Kotolari, but I'm not really a big fan of letting Sogyo hit the front row of the enemy team. I like to have big 6-team attackers. If you can get big 6-team attackers, then you can really do a lot of damage to the entire enemy team. But we'll figure it out. I'll work on a team and get him in there. Next team here, I have a little bit of everything actually, and a lot of DPS. Actually, now that I look at it. One thing I could do is I could swap the other 2 characters. I could put Nini on this team. I'm sorry, Nini on my other team. But I like her here. She works really, really well with Aizen and Byakuya because both of them really, really need crits to do some good damage. And then, of course, Byakuya just gets crits like crazy because of his passive right here. The Hado number, he's at what, 5 right now? 4? So he has an extra 40% crit chance on top of whatever his crit chance is. So he pretty much just capped his crit. If he rages again this battle, you'll see him most likely crit almost the entire enemy team. Next, I've said it a million times, you know, when you're running Aizen, you need Aizen to crit. Christmas Aizen. His damage is just substantially more when he does crit. And so yeah, that's why I have her on this team. Of course, heals right here, rage reduction here. I do like to run Cotton kill cuts in the back row. I like running her going last. That's why I like running her on my anti-heal team. But I figured, you know what, it would be fun to toss her in this team comp here. Once again, rage reduction here, rage reduction here. And then Aizen just recovers rage the more and more times he attacks the enemy team. So he has really good rage recovery. And then Byakuya just crits like crazy, so very good. One thing that is keeping his team alive here, though, is his healing morsels. If he didn't have his healing morsels, I probably would just win right here if he didn't have his healing morsels. But it is what it is. Once again, 6 million damage on 5 characters. You could probably round that up to about close to 7 million if it hits 6 characters. So huge damage numbers there. As you can see, Aizen is all ready to attack again because he has that huge rage recovery rate. So he's gonna get knocked down right here in half. So boom, but he got his proc. But yeah, other than that, team did pretty well. One thing I need to do is I need to get 6-star on these 2 characters right here, Orihime and Nini. They need to be 6-star to do some really good damage, but they're not quite at 6-star. Only 2 million damage there, but not bad. Teams did fare pretty well. But moving on to the team critique, I guess we can take a look at here. So first thing I want to take a look at here is you guys saw my gameplay and how I like to play this game. 5-star the characters as I go. When I get a character to 5-star, I move on. Obviously, I save for 5-star each time each time I have enough. I 5-star the character, get the free resources, get the free mats, get the free weapon, move on. So as you can see, once again, 6-star here, 5-star. What do I got? I got a 5. These 2 are 5-star. I got both of those. 5-star here. I got both of these a 5-star with a free weapon. 5-star here, free weapon. Who else? I didn't 5-star Aizen during his time period, but I do have him at 5-star and a free weapon. Let's see here. Who else? Ash Sogajizo. I got to 6-star, so I have his weapon at purple. So he's doing a pretty good amount of damage as well. I always suggest if you go purple or gold, if you want a 7-star character, I always suggest damaging characters, because there are no real good healers that you get during the Tom line. So always suggest 7-starring damage characters. 6-starring DPS, I'm sorry, defense characters, so you can get the extra damage reduction, of course. But as you can see here, 6-starred him, 5-starred Sogyo, and yeah, that is my team comps. I am probably going to pass on Koga when he comes out, but we'll get more into that when the time actually comes, probably here in a couple weeks. I think it's like 3 weeks or so we'll get him, and I'll probably, no, maybe it's like 2, 4, maybe it's like 5 or 6 weeks. But with that, let's check out his teams here. So his teams, it's very tough to go over his teams because most all of his characters are at 2 and 3 star, because he doesn't bother leveling them up. He only goes 7-star to the characters that he wants, and he just ignores the rests. Which, I mean, looking at this team comp, it's garbage. Like, it does nothing. You have 3-star, you don't even get her passive benefit. She doesn't have a weapon, so you really don't get anything from Nini here. I mean, none of these characters are that good. I mean, you have a little bit of damage reduction and extra damage right here from Rukia. Not bad. Yeah, a little bit of CC here. But other than that, like, the teams are completely out of order. Nothing works. Terrible team. I'd probably give it a 1 out of 10. Like, it's honestly garbage. Next team here. Yamamoto 2-star. You don't really need him at 5, 6, 7-star. He does what he does at 2-star, which is rage reduction and CC for the team. So, good there. Next up, we have Aizen. Good damage. I'm sure he has Aizen's weapon. He has to have Aizen's weapon. But if he doesn't, then shame on him. Next up, we have Orihime. I don't understand how he has her to 7-star. I think I have her at 4-star. I think. I don't know how he has her. Maybe he completely skipped out on her War Soul or something. I don't know. That blows my mind that he has her at 7-star. I'll show her, you know, I'll show my Orihime after this. I think she's at 4-star, maybe 5-star. Next up, Nimu 3-star. She does nothing unless she's at 4-star, so shame on him. Next up, we have Ichigo, 4-star. Big ol' waste. Never get Ichigo to 4-star unless you plan on getting him his weapon and putting him in the front line. Well, he is in the front line, actually. Other than that, it's a waste. Like, no. And a 2-star here as well. So, terrible team comp. I'd give it a 2 out of 10. Why a 2? Whoa, why not? I'm going crazy. 2 out of 10. Look at that. Simply because he has a 4-star Ichigo and a 4-star Aizen. That's it. Both events just happened, so what he should have done was tank Ichigo, leave him at 3, and then boost Aizen to 5. And then put another tank in here in place of Ichigo, because why do you have Ichigo? Moving on. Team Comp 3 here. Alright. We have a 4-star Kira. Nice. This is the front row. This is the front row here. Alright, we have a 3-star Noelle. Okay, so she does literally nothing. Don't even get her passive benefit, which is good. And we don't have a weapon, so no. A 6-star Byakuya? How does he have a 6-star Byakuya? What the heck? This guy's a free to play. He can't have a 6-star Byakuya. I just leveled mine to 5-star like last week. How does he have a 6-star? What the heck? Something's not adding up there. Whatever. Moving on. 3-star Orihime. So she does nothing. She doesn't even have her passive. She doesn't even get her extra healing, her snowman, because she doesn't have a 4-star. So once again, anti-heal here. No damage across the entire team. A little bit of damage with Byakuya, but just this team is awful. Once again, 1 out of 10. Awful team. Moving on. Team 4 here. We have... Actually, this is funny. I just checked his Byakuya before before I am recording this, and he has whatchamacallit, a bleed Warsaw on Byakuya. I know I've said how many times on this channel, never put a bleeds Warsaw on Byakuya, because he doesn't do anything. He doesn't bleed. He doesn't bleed the target or anything. Any other Warsoul besides the Shattering besides the Crimson Warsoul is good on This guy goes on and puts Crimson on Byakuya. Like, it is what it is. Moving on. Front row. Pretty decent front row. When you have Kisuke in the front row, usually you try and go first. He doesn't go first. I have a little bit more initiative than he does. Which is fine. And now we're getting into the 6 and 7 stars. Okay, here we go. We have a 7-star Sogyo no Kotowari, which is good. You don't need him at 7-star. You need him at 5-star, 6-star absolute max. Do not go above 6-star unless you're trying to min-max, which I guess, you know, fair play, this guy is trying to min-max, so whatever. 4-star here, 2-star here. I mean, you need a 2-star on Nell if you're going to use her, period. I'm sorry, you need a 4-star Nell if you're going to use her, especially here with Kisuke, because if Kisuke does go first, then hey, you get the free shield. If she's not a 4-star, you don't get the bleed. You don't get anything from it. So, awful decision here to put these two together. I mean, at least put Stark on this team, because Stark will do more than a 2-star Nell, in my opinion. Jeez. We have 5-star here, so he's pretty good. I do like Shinji. Wait, did I say? I thought Shinji was a peer. Oh no, that's my Shinji. Okay, I apologize. Wait, he has a 5-star Shinji? What the heck? Maybe this guy spends too much time trying to pull these guys for 5 stars. Not sure. Moving on here. So yeah, not bad. I would like to see perhaps swapping her out for another character. I mean, you could even put her on this team, but the problem is 3 stars and 2 stars. Like, you need characters at a minimum of 4 stars. If you look at my team outside of Ulquiorra, the lowest character I have is 4-star on my entire team, because you need characters at 4 stars. Their passive is what makes him break them. It is what it is. Also, yeah, I don't know. Not a terrible team comp. I'd give it a 4.5. No, I'd give it a 5. That's fine. I'd give it a 5. The reason why I don't want to give it a 5 is because he only has 2 stars here and 4 stars here. But not a terrible team comp. I see what he's going for. But, I mean, the big problem here is he has 3 different team comps that he just threw together. Ashisogi Jizo, I'm sorry, not Ashisogi Jizo, Sogyo no Kotowari is his own team. You want raw damage on Sogyo's team for him to work. He does not work well with bleeds. Why? Because you don't get the extra damage with bleeds. Take Sogyo off this team. Take Sogyo off this team, put him on this team. Because at least you get damage with Byakuya, at least you get damage with Kira. Sogyo does not need to be on this team. You know what? I retract that. I'm giving it a 4. Not even a 4.5 because of this reason. And then here he has anti-heal. Cool. Anti-heal. Where's the other anti-heal? No other anti-heal. And then he has bleed, and then bleed. So why do you have 3 different team comps? You have an anti-heal team comp, you have a damage multiplier team comp, and you have a bleed team comp. Terrible team comp. He got the W because Slayphone went off rage like 2 or 3 times in one round. So, or yeah, in one match. So yeah, good on him. Got the W. Moving on to team number 5. Now we start seeing the 6 stars and 7 stars. Here we go. So, let's see here. This is a pretty normal team comp. I would have liked to have seen, you know what, Sogyo, I'm sorry, yeah, Sogyo would have done so much better on this team because it's just actual damage instead of bleed damage. Bleed damage does not multiply with Sogyo. It's terrible. Never run Sogyo on a bleed team, never. Moving on. We could take a look here at his character. I think this is like his arena team almost, actually. 6-star on 2 event characters. The reason why you don't want a 6-star event characters as a free-to-play is because if you put all your resources into free-to-play, as a free-to-play, if you put all your resources into event characters, you don't get free mats. I've counted, I have like 20-something UR weapons. He has like 8. Because he's putting all of his resources into event characters. Not the best idea. Other than that, he has rage reduction here. He has rage reduction here, rage reduction here. Not bad. And he has rage regen here, rage regen here, and rage regen here. Not bad. Once again, I am just not a big fan of this team comp. But it works. It works because he has 6 and 7 stars across the board. So, I'd give this team an 8. I'd give this team an 8. The only way it could be better is if, of course, you have more damage here, or not even more damage, just a better tank here, or swap these two. At least he put his characters in relatively good orders. Like, look at it. Maybe what he could have done is he could have swapped these two. If he swapped these two, maybe. But even then, having Ichigo go last is not bad. I mean, I will give him this. I will give props to where it is due. He has characters in the correct order. Look at it. He has, he didn't want to have Kira go last. But, look at that. Rage reduction in the last row. Rage regen in the second to last row. Why do you put rage regen in the last row? So if he does cue the rest of the team to give him enough rage to have them queue up a rage after, then the rest of the team rages. So that is why you want to have Ichigo go last. Sometimes, if you put him in the last or back row, always have him go last because it works out pretty well. Unless you're having just unless you want just rage damage, then have him there. Other than that, not a bad team. I'll give it props where it's due. Once again, that team probably scores like an 8 with me. Not bad. Next up, we wanted to look at... where's she at? Where is she at? SR... Orihime... There she is. 4-star. Look at that. How close is she to 5-star? Not even close. He has Orihime at 7-star. I have her halfway to being 5-star at 4-star. I don't know how that works. Maybe he doesn't care too much about getting SSR shards for certain characters. I don't know. Next up, let's take a look at Byakuya here, actually. Shoot. What's my Byakuya? Oh, nice. I'm at 5. I'm at 4 for a second there. I told you guys, I just got him to 5-star like a week ago. See? How does he have Byakuya at 6-star? That's crazy. He must be doing the, I think it's Orange 1. When you Orange 1 a character here, when you Orange 1 a character, you have a chance to get Byakuya shards. He must be spamming that. That's what I assume. But with that, I hope this video has shed a little bit of light on what kind of gameplay you want to do. When I said min-maxing, this is what I mean. He's maxing his gear all the way as a free-to-play. Here, maxing his gear. Let's see her here. Maxing her gear. So this is what I was saying when I said min-maxing. Does he have any max? No, this isn't quite maxed. He's slacking there. What about here? No, not quite maxed here either. So, yeah, that's the only real problem I have with it is if you're going to max a character, don't fully max them out. Don't waste all... Well, I guess they're not really completely wasted, but don't waste all these Awakened Essences, man. You have so many other characters that need Awakened Essences. What does my team look like? As you can see, the characters that I have gold to, I get them to the minimum. And then I don't spend a single extra resource. Why? Because I want to put my Awakened Essences and other resources in other characters that'll help them out more. It'll give me a more overall rounded team that I can compete better in more game modes. What did I win here? I won 7th place in my Kenpachi contest. See? I'm sure he might have won like 4, you know, maybe 3. And yeah, it is what it is. But when you get your character when you get 2 teams and 3 teams completed, 7-star maxed out, then you're going to start getting some very, very clean wins. He had 2 dirty wins, like barely squeaking out 2 wins on our our World Championship battle, and 3 just absolute blowouts, no chance in hell. So that is the 2 different playstyle. I'm sorry if I shit on this guy. I didn't mean to. I was just trying to give everybody an idea of 2 different playstyles of free-to-play. You have the I want to min-max every character, and then you have the I want to be a competitive player. 2 different ways to play the game. Let's see here. Frames here. I got my other frame the other day. I don't even know if I claimed it. Have I claimed my frame yet? Oh, you know what? I have this. I need to actually use this. Shinji is who I want. Actually, I'm going to save that for another day. I haven't even claimed it yet. Yeah. But yeah. I hope you guys learned something. Hope I helped you out. Stay tuned for another video here I might be doing. Actually, something here. Let's go ahead and take a look at my log here. So this guy right here, 165. This guy is on server 132 on my main account. And not only did I beat this guy, I probably should make a video on this guy alone, like an example of how not to play this game. This guy is on my main account server, and I 5-0'd him on my free-to-play account. That's 700 servers behind him. Like, yeah, or 698 servers behind him. So, with that, share this content, like, subscribe button, I'd appreciate it. Come check out the Discord if you'd like to come chat in there with the rest of the community. Other than that, let's wrap this one up, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Peace.